Hi, I'm Ravi. In this session, we will check how to install web services on Ubuntu Linux and Red Hat Linux. For test purpose, I'll be using AWS instances with Ubuntu Linux and Red Hat Linux. Let's list out requirements. AWS subscription. On AWS, authentication is key-based authentication. So already have a key pair. Launch. And for firewall, because we need to enable the firewall, so I'm using AWS security group firewall with port 80 enabled. Okay, next step would be launch EC2 instances. So I'll use two regions here, in Mumbai region, Asia Pacific. I'll launch Ubuntu. Red Hat, I'll try to launch it on Hyderabad region. EC2 instances. Number two, let's connect. So left hand side tab is connected to Mumbai region. Right hand side tab connected to Hyderabad region. So let me launch Red Hat Linux first. Test Red Hat 1, Red Hat. I'll select whichever is default latest version available on AWS repository. T2.micro, which has two vCPUs and 1 GB memory. Key pair, existing key pair. Network, default network. And security group, I'll use an existing security group. I'll select cloud admin. I'm using same cloud admin name for both regions with port 80 enabled already. So that's the configuration snapshot. How many instances with this configuration? Only one. So select, if configuration is okay, select launch instance. Scroll down, view all instances. So my connectivity is using Git bash from my local machine. So Git bash is already installed on my machine. In case if you want to install Git bash software, go to Google and Git bash. So you can go to this site and download for Windows. And it is, if it is available for other operating systems, you can download with for respective operating systems as required. But whenever you are using this kind of emulation softwares, open source emulation softwares in your work environment, even to manage your on-premises environment, make sure you have sufficient approvals in hand. If network is enabled, the connect button gets highlighted. There you go. Once it is highlighted, connectivity is using SSH client. Go to example string, copy. So right side terminal, I'll use it for Red Hat. Let me connect. Just to confirm, my first step would be check if I'm using which version. Using cat command and list print display the contents of this file. So I'm using Red Hat Linux version 10, Enterprise Linux 10. So my first step would be OS updates. Package management tool I'm using is yum, and action I'm trying to perform is update. So it will connect to the Red Hat repository and download required updates for this version is to confirm. So let it continue. So while it is going on, let's do for Ubuntu. I'm on Mumbai region now. Launch instance with Ubuntu here. Test Ubuntu 1. If you want, you can launch both instances in one region itself. I just want to show how it works in different regions. Ubuntu Linux. I will use latest version available on AWS repository in this region, which is Ubuntu Server 24.04. Here, T2.micro instance type is available. In Hyderabad region, it is not available, so I have to select T3.micro. Here, T2.micro is available, which has one virtual CPU and 1 GB memory. Key pair, existing key pair, and network default, security group, already have one security group for cloud admin. In this region also same using same name for test purpose. 8 GB OS drive sufficient, and right hand side is your configuration snapshot. Rest all default option. Number of instances with this configuration, one. If configuration is okay, launch instance. If network is okay, connect button gets highlighted. Let's see what's happening on Red Hat. OS update still in progress. Let it continue. Refresh here for Ubuntu. Couple of seconds extra. Now we performed OS updates for Red Hat. We have initiated Ubuntu. We are yet to connect and test it. Okay, connect button got highlighted. That means network is enabled. Example string copy, and right side, let me launch one more tab. Left hand side is for Ubuntu, right hand side terminal is for Red Hat Linux. Cat OS release. It will display OS running on this machine. Next step is OS update. Sudo apt update. So OS updates in progress for Ubuntu as well as Red Hat Linux. Whenever we execute this update command, respective machines will connect to their own repositories and download updates. Next step would be install Webservices package. Okay, for Red Hat, it is name would be for Red Hat, and for Ubuntu S1. Once it is installed, you may want to manage restart, start, stop, status actions for these web services using the service name. Web service actions. Only the service name would be, utility would be sudo systemctl. Actions would be restart action, stop action, start action, or status action. With service name would be HTTPD for Red Hat, Apache for Apache 2 for Ubuntu. And default location, if you want to customize default index page location. If you want to customize, this is a location where www.html, and the file name is index.html. If it isn't available, you can directly update this and access. Now let's do it on Red Hat. Update still in progress. Let's try to do the update installation. Package installation on Ubuntu first. Sudo apt install Apache 2 package, which is web service package. Yes, to confirm. Now access web service. I would need public IP address or public DNS name. So I'll take IP address. First tab for accessing, I'm using Ubuntu. Let's see if default page is available. Let it take few seconds extra. Meanwhile, on Red Hat, OS updates are done. Package installation, sudo yum install httpd. Just to confirm, Red Hat, public IP address, access. Now, if I want to restart services, what do I do? Sudo systemctl restart Apache. This is for Ubuntu and this is for Red Hat. Sudo systemctl restart httpd. That's your Red Hat. And which port I'm trying to access, let's say by port name. IP address for Ubuntu. Port number 80 and check. So that's your Red Hat default page and that's your Ubuntu default page. You can see it is not secure because I'm using only port number 80. If you want secured page, you need a certificate as well as few other steps required as well as 443 port to be enabled. Now here I want to have a custom page. What will I do? I will edit or remove. If file is available, remove it. Sudo rm var www html index.html. Here now you can use Google search to get some sample test pages for index for index to configure index. I'll use my own method instead of rm. Yeah, I'll just use a text page display. That's all, nothing more than that. It's a 3 line. First line is to cover background color, and this is your text to display. And this is on Ubuntu. Left hand side instance is Ubuntu, right hand side instance is Red Hat. So whenever we change any configuration, advisable to restart services, check status. There you go. That's working fine. Let me attempt refresh of this page. There you go. Spelling correction. So let me correct that. VI. Restart service. And refresh. There you go. That's fixed. Now to the Red Hat page. If the default page is not available, you can create your own sudo vi www var www html index space is not there in this location, so I'll create my own. So I'll use the same text file, but I'll display a different line here. Instead of instance 1, I'll call it as Red Hat Linux. And background color, I'll just change it to orange. You can use any background color of your choice. If it is valid, it will take. And text is of your choice. And I changed the configuration, so advisable to restart service and check the status. Spelling mistake corrected, and that's the display. Check page now, refresh. There you go. Okay, I'll close this. Disconnect from these two machines so that I can terminate these instances because these are test machines. I have no data here. If you have data, before any termination, even if it is a test environment in your on-premises or for client environment, make sure you have sufficient approvals in hand before you delete. Take a backup so that you can reuse as required. Now select the machine, instance state, terminate. That's Red Hat. And for Ubuntu, go to this tab, select instance state, terminate. Okay. Thank you.